Hey everybody, how you doing? This is George Herrera with the Queens Home Team at Keller Williams Realty. It's been a while since I dropped a video, so getting back on it. We've been really busy. Our team has been really busy since May. The market's been pretty active, so took a little hiatus there, but back today. And actually, I'm gonna start a new segment here. That's pretty much, it's gonna be called Ahas of the Week, right? So every week, this business is constantly changing. There's always new things happening. We're always learning something new. So every week, starting this week, I'll be dropping a video just talking about a learning lesson from that week. And hopefully you, as a potential buyer, seller, agent, anyone interested in the real estate field, you might actually be able to get something from it and learn something as well. So for this week, now we are still in the COVID pandemic. Right now it's mid-August in 2020, and we're still in the midst of this thing, but the depths of the pandemic, how it hit New York City, was really March and April. Come May, everything started picking up. June, July, we're also very busy. Interest rates are crazy low, so people are out there. Buyers are looking for stuff. It's not as crazy as what we're hearing is happening in Long Island and New Jersey, where it's really blowing up over there and people are getting, it must be the flight to the suburbs where they're seeing 20 offers, 15 offers, things like that. So it's not like that in Queens, but things are moving, and at least the market, it feels pretty strong. Now, my learning lesson for this week, something we learned was related to all of this, because so far this year we've actually taken a lot of listings and they've been pretty mixed this year, residential and co-ops. So we've been listing single and multifamilies. We probably listed over 20 properties so far this year through August, and it's been a good mix. I would say either 50-50 or 60-40 residential, single and multifamily, and co-ops. So the big learning lesson we've seen now that we're 3 months in from coming out of quarantine, and with the numbers coming down in New York, we've noticed that multifamily and single family, so the residential market, is still very strong. Pretty much every single and multifamily property that we put on the market since the beginning of the year, but more importantly since after the quarantine, so May, June, July, they're all under contract now, or accepted offers going into contract. Now, for the co-ops that we've had, we've listed a lot of co-ops, and the active listings that we've had and the properties that have a longer days on market so far this year have been the co-ops. So we have moved several of them into contract, but we still have a good handful, 5 or 6 co-ops that are still active on the market, and we haven't actually received acceptable offers for. So the other day, or earlier this week at our team meeting, I was brainstorming with the team and asking them, why do you guys think that the co-op market right now is more sluggish than the residential market? And after talking to everybody, some of the same answers started coming up, and some of the answers that I started getting from the team was, one of the first things that I would hear from almost anybody that I asked was, well, nobody wants to live in a building right now. And so that is understandable, and that might be what we're seeing, is a little bit of that hesitancy to actually move into a building with the pandemic still ongoing. The uncertainty of if there'll be a second wave, things like that. So with co-ops, it might be understandable. Maybe demand has taken a hit because people are maybe less prone or not really looking to live in a building. The other thing is obviously the flight to the suburbs that everyone's talking about. And is this something that maybe we're seeing? And I think it could be, because Long Island buyers always tend to be from the boroughs. Usually it's people from Queens, and as they move up and their families grow, they go out to Long Island, or even Brooklyn, they're going out to Long Island. So that's usually the case. But now if you hear about the scenarios and the situations that they're going through, with multiple offers on properties going way over asking, 15 plus offers, that lets you know that what could be happening also with the co-ops is that those would be co-op buyers. So the buyers that generally and normally would be our buyers, maybe those people have, because of COVID and the pandemic and the high demand for outdoor space now, what might be happening is that you have people who were maybe planning to buy a co-op and now have shifted their plans. And maybe now, especially with the work from home economy getting more normalized, maybe now they've changed their mind from going into a co-op in Queens versus maybe we should just go ahead and go to Long Island or New Jersey, buy a house with a yard, have more space, and be safer, and that might be what we're seeing too. So we might be seeing a combination of the lack of desire to live in a building, and also it could be coupled with the flight to the suburbs and people looking for more space, and it's now being able to keep their job and the income because employers are allowing their workers to work from home. So that's a big aha this week. We've been wondering, what's happening and why are the co-ops taking a little bit longer to sell than our residential properties, and this is what we came up with. Let us know what you think. Drop a comment in the in the comment box and let us know what you think. If you're in Queens or you're doing real estate in Queens or a potential buyer or seller, if you're seeing anything like this, talking to some of your friends and family and hearing some of these stories, we'd love to hear what you're hearing. But this is what we're seeing in the market right now, and it's an aha I wanted to share with you. Obviously it's timely, but every week what I'll be doing is I'm just gonna be coming here and giving you one thing that I learned that week related to the real estate market, and hopefully that will help you build your education and help you be a more informed consumer as you enter the Queens or the New York City real estate market. All right, thanks for tuning in, guys. Hope you haven't, hope it hasn't been too long, but I'll be getting back on this and getting consistent. So hopefully you enjoyed it. If you like the videos, if you like the channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and feel free to reach out to us anytime. All right, take care.